Podcast powered by Amped Up Live. I am Baby Damn.
It's Black Barbie.
So we're gonna talk about
domestic violence and freedom.
Yes.
Let's start with freedom. With the definition that you have. That's the word of the day, by the way.
Yes. So today is about the power or right to act and speak or think. Think as one was right. So you have your own rights. Your own freedom. Sometimes people feel kind of trapped, but they don't even understand the mindset that they have. They need to understand that they have the control. Mm-hmm. So that is your freedom. No one can tell you what to do. No one can force you to do something. You have the control to do whatever you can.
Right.
And plus add it.
Yeah, I think that has to tie into people with anxiety and stuff like that. You know, you're overthinking about certain situations, and having the power over your mind and being able to get yourself out of that thought process is freedom to me,
Yeah, because you prison yourself if you do always negative, and even though you have anxiety, find something that is positive. Something that you can do, like hobbies.
And the mind is powerful, so.
Oh, yeah. We only use how many percentage of our brain? Like 10% at least, or less?
I think it's 10.
10? Yeah. So it's crazy. We have so much power we don't even understand. It's crazy that we only use that much. And even people I meet or geniuses or very smart and intelligent, I'm just and we just this percent? How does that go? That's crazy. But
yeah. But freedom. What else can you talk about freedom?
So for me, I think how they have the right, the freedom to bear arms or stuff like that, or the freedom that they did, I would say black slavery back then. When they had their first time signing the paper about slaves being free, that helped so much. It changed that day to a new era. And we kept growing from different violence, domestic violence could have been from other people that you even know either. There's ways like that as well. Okay. But they kept pushing. Our ancestors just kept pushing. And I'm so happy about that. It's impressive how humans don't even understand. That's why I said I think freedom could be anything.
Right. Basically, they set themselves free. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I think of it more from a mental perspective. I was saying, your mind is powerful. You can be lost in your head. Same with depression and many other mental illnesses. You basically trick yourself into being scared. Basically,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true.
You have to know to tell yourself okay, I have control of my life, and I know what I want to do. I'm not gonna listen to other people's opinions, or I know what I want to do. People are gonna talk anyways.
Yeah, so, no matter what you do, they're gonna talk.
So stop freaking out about the small things, thinking that people are always watching you or always judging you. Fuck them. Yeah. Even if they are like
Bernie Mac said, "Fuck them."
She.
For real. Yeah, I definitely agree about that. Freedom is a very powerful word. Even though I found out one of my best friend's last name is Franklin, that means it's freedom. So I told him, I was like, yo, so your name is Freedom. So did you ever look in your history? And he at first he was he knows a little bit, but he didn't understand the meaning of it until he started getting into it, and he started actually believing it so much that now he's in a higher place. Now he has a car. He's about to invest in a house. I mean, he keeps pushing himself to the point that he's already have a side business right now and is growing at this moment. So that's your names even have meanings too.
Right.
So dealing with freedom. So that's why I don't know, it's just,
and having freedom basically elevates you to do better, brings you into a better
thank you.
place,
I couldn't even say the words myself. Right. So
So we also know that it's like Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we want to get into domestic violence, and it kind of ties in with freedom a little bit as well.
Yeah.
But you know, I wanted to ask you, like, what would you do if you were in a situation like that? How? Because, you know, a lot of people be like, why didn't they just leave and whatever? But
because
you also,
it's about themselves.
Yeah, you got to also consider, like, what they're going through themselves that's personal that you know nothing about.
Right.
So what would you do in a situation like that?
Me, I've been in a situation like that before. A lot of people I know knew about it, the situation. I just woke up and smelled coffee, actually. There were signs that I kept ignoring that I should have been gone. But sometimes God's still always going to be there no matter what. He will help you throughout your problems. But sometimes we don't listen to him. We just do our thing.
Yep.
And he's trying to...
Hard way.
Girl, look.
Yep. Been there, done that.
So, I start looking differently now. I'm a lot happier too now. I'm more open-minded, more spiritual-minded. I look as more positive than negative. I used to think about negative because the situation I was in was super toxic and negative. It was not a positive time. It wasn't.
And
but
how'd you get yourself out of that situation?
Like I said, it was just like one day I got tired of it. Like I kept feeling like I was not a woman. I felt like no matter what I was doing for this person, we have like it was like manipulation type feel. Like one minute we have good times, but 90% of the time was more negative. So I started looking at that like, why am I stressing so much? Why am I eating so much? Why am I hurting myself? Or why am I feel like I always gotta target myself? So something was not adding up because I was never like that. Right. Girl, I was something else. I always was thinking of myself like I was cocky when I was younger. I was so cocky. But when I got out of it, that's when I felt freedom. I didn't care after that. I got real selfish quick. Like it was just a switch. I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of this. This is not helping my situation for myself. I want to grow. I'm getting older, right? But this man is not helping me. He's pushing me all the way back. And I'm just like, okay, so you know what? And I was about to marry this man. And I'm glad I didn't. Thank you. But on the same time, I looked and I'm like, he got his own issues. He needs to fix himself. He's not even ready for a relationship. He needs to do what he needs to do. And after that, I think he's slowly, hopefully, he start realizing that, oh, I should focus on myself instead of having a woman on my arms. Because you're not ready for it, bro. You're not ready. I was not ready either because there was so much damage put in that I want to do better for myself. Right. So, and yeah.
Well, for me, it was like more like, I didn't want to be alone. I was lonely, I guess you could say. And that's part of the reason why I kept going back, despite me knowing that, this nigga is toxic and bad for me, you know. And eventually, I kind of just started to hate him. And that's really how I got away from it. Because I was like, I can't do this shit no more. You feel me? To take pain after pain when you know you deserve better. And it's like when I finally gained freedom for myself, I got so much happier. Yeah. I had a lot more self-confidence, like you said. Yeah. Like, it's a hard situation to get out of. And I feel like any woman that's currently going through it should speak up, get help. Or
even guys, too.
Yeah, men, too. Men go through domestic violence as well, yep.
That because we're queens. And we got to understand what a real man or woman, whoever it is, you got to respect yourself. Like, if they're not respecting you, and especially if you talk to them and their deepest secrets, you know how they feel, and you're not trying to do anything, they're not trying to do anything, to make you, like, bend, not just bend because it goes back and forth, but respect you, comfort you, love you, and you don't need that. And then you're killing yourself more than anything. You might not have to do nothing physically, but the worst thing you can do to yourself is mental harm. And that's not, you ain't gonna go nowhere in life. You're gonna be still in the same bull crap completely. I knew a woman that was married for like, I think 25 years to 30, and they were been in an abusive relationship, and you can't even recognize them. It's like they had a mask. It's like an empty face. It's not there no more. They just gave up hope. And some of these girls, how you said, the men say this mostly. They said the woman's from the streets because, you know, they became that way. Why they became that way. Why they kept doing that for. So now most of them are lost. Some of them, they just like sex. I mean, that's your life. That's not my, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But soul ties are very, very high on that. Just I believe that. I believe that. And whatever toxic that you're bringing into your body.
Even if you're like only sleeping with one guy, I feel like that if that guy's having multiple sex partners and coming back,
he got like 10. You got 10 to 15. You don't know how many that man had sex with.
Now
his sisters,
all of a sudden you depressed. You ain't even got nothing going on in your life. You just depressed.
All of a sudden you just became depressed for no reason. Like, what the hell?
You got a lot going on with your body.
Yeah,
that's how I take it.
Yeah, and the same with the men. Like, I see a lot of women. Like, I had 2 associates. One of them told me about their story, and she who hit him. I'm like, but she said she love you. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, why are you like a woman? Like, do you not know you a king? And you're not even supposed to. Nobody's supposed to hit in a relationship. That's not love.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? At all. You're being disrespectful to yourself technically because you become soul tied with that person. So you become one with that person. So I believe on that situation, like, you need to wake up, man. Like, you can have emotions. There's nothing wrong to have emotions. You can even tell them, like, look, I'm feeling some type of way. If they can't understand you, then you need to do what you need to do as much as possible. Don't stay in a toxic relationship. Right. Even if I knew somebody that, even him, he had to become homeless because it got so bad. She tried to kill him. Like, like, this girl was crazy. And he literally decide, you know what, I'm just gonna be homeless. But then someone saw his worth. God is gonna look for, always gonna try to help you out no matter what, especially when you ask for it on the lowest of the low. And he helped him out. All of a sudden, the dude, he had money. God, now this man has his own house, 2 cars, have a whole family, a whole different lifestyle. So you always can change. Just remember, you are a king and you are a queen. Just remember that.
And, you know, going back into freedom, you have to also tell yourself that, you know, you deserve better than this. You don't need that person. You know, don't make your happiness rely on somebody else. You know, be in charge of your own happiness. You know, don't be like you're happy when you're with this person.
When you're really not.
Yes. Don't lie to yourself, you know. I know it's hard, and
love
like
yourself.
I said, anyone that's in that situation, I hope they speak up. And, you know, there's people who care about you. I think that's another thing that a lot of us don't realize when we're like in a bad state of mind is that we actually do have people who love and want to help us. We just be blinded to it sometimes
because we're so in the dark that we don't see.
Yep. So,
and now I wanted to speak about spiritual self-care. So, in spite of all the craziness and negative in your life, anything that's a hobby to you, if you love drawing, if you love to go fishing, go, you know, anything, skydiving and stuff like that, just do what you need to do, to be honest. Worry about yourself. Be selfish for once. At least be selfish. Love yourself. Enjoy yourself. Me, I love running outside. I was like, last week, I was running in the rain. People was looking at me crazy, like, what the hell's wrong with her? And I think I said that from my other episode because I did it again, and it was like, it's so therapeutic. It was wonderful. I recommend it. If it's not thundering, don't get shot by lightning. Please don't do that.
I've done it, but not on purpose. I was going for my walk and it just started raining. I was like, oh shit, but it was really nice. I will say that.
Yeah, it was nice. It feels so good. All right, let's get into these 2 questions.
We're going to ask each other 2 questions.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you first. What is one thing that you love to do that makes you happy?
Oh, art. Anything dealing with art. Yeah,
I know she likes to paint and draw. She's very good at drawing.
Yes, thank you. The logo, you see the logo? That was me.
Yeah, she drew the logo and came up with a name too.
Thank you. Yeah. Another thing. What is your favorite thing about yourself?
Favorite thing about myself?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a damn. Honestly, I feel like I'm a genuine person.
Oh,
I would say that about
you
myself.
are.
Yeah.
You, girl, you are. You have no idea. I love you for it, though.
Yeah, I try to be a good.
Can you teach me?
You are genuine. Shut up. That's why I love you. We wouldn't be friends if you wasn't genuine.
Nah, more the friends now. We sisters. Hold on.
Exactly.
Hey.
Yeah. But yeah, and then physical wise, I would say my skin. I like my skin.
Yeah, you have beautiful skin.
Yeah.
I love your skin.
That's what's up.
All right. So this is another one for you. So do you think in any relationship people have to agree on everything or have the same opinions for the relationship to work out? It could be friendship, romantic relationship, family.
Well, for me, it depends on a certain thing. Sometimes I would say in the relationship, the alpha omega. Some people say they have two alphas. Me, I want to be the omega sometimes. Sometimes I want to be the alpha.
Mm-hmm.
It be on different situations for me. Like if it's a man situation, like nah, you got all that because I'm not trying to do that. Like I'm good. For me, if I know like if the house needs to be in a certain order, I know the man. I'm sorry, y'all, but man, sometimes I not met one man that's really super organized. I have OCD. I need my house to be completely straight. So that's going to be me. That's my alpha right there. So it depends on what is going to be right or disagreements. Especially food. I'm kind of undecisive sometimes with food. But,
I feel like more for like the opinions part. I feel like you don't have to have the same opinions or agree on them all the time to be friends, honestly. I don't judge our friendship by the fact that you prefer orange juice without the pulp or not. You feel me? Like,
oh, yeah, you talking about like
that's
that.
what I meant.
Okay, all right, I'm talking about a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I get what you were saying with that, though,
Yeah.
which made sense, because it's like when it comes to like relationship and you get in an argument, we kind of have to compromise.
Right.
I get with that. But me, I'm talking more like opinion-wise,
Oh,
stuff
okay,
like that.
okay. So opinion-wise, yeah, I agree with what you said. Okay, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
All right. And I got one. What's your favorite movie? It could be anything. It don't matter.
My favorite movie.
It's hard.
Honestly, I gotta say, like, 'cause I would say this one too. Like, don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood, 'cause it's freaking hilarious. that shit is hilarious. Like, I love comedies. Like, if I were to pick a movie right now, I would pick most likely a comedy. I love watching comedies. So.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna say this right. My favorite movie is The 5 Elements.
The 5 Elements. What's that about?
Oh my gosh, it's when what's his name? Who played with Jackie Chan? There was only 2.
No, I'm thinking Rush Hour. Not Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. Yeah, he was in it. He was like a singer. Like this man, his scream was so hilarious. Like I remember I saw the interview about him. Like when he was doing a high pitched voice, he actually lost his voice. Bruce Willis was in it too. Oh my gosh, that whole thing was funny. That. Right there,
that's
when
a
you said comedy, yes.
Okay.
Yo, but it has action in it and all this other stuff. So kind of an old movie, but he's like, "I'm leaving," and then he just walk off with an attitude.
Yeah, I love it.
That's my favorite, yo.
Have you seen that new movie called Don't Look Up?
Don't Look Up.
Oh, you gotta check it out. It's on Netflix.
Ooh.
It has Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Oh, and that's another comedy?
It's a comedy, but it also kind of points out how society is kind of stupid. I don't know a nicer term for it, honestly.
It's stupid.
But it is a comedy. It's cool. It's actually pretty freaking up.
See, I have watched, because it's Halloween season. We're in October.
Yeah. I need to get in some scary. I'm scared of it.
I want you to see Smile, because I don't think you will have nightmares for real, because you're going to... I watched it. Bruh, it is so creepy. I watched that on Friday. And then yesterday, I went to go watch another movie, and that was Halloween Ends. Bro.
And you know it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't like scary movies because I always get nightmares after I watch them. But I like freaking crime shit, like the Jeffrey Dahmer shit. I would like watching shit like
that. Yeah, and people be like, that's kind of crazy and haunted. Like what I'm saying, like horror feel type thing, and it's just the blood and guts. I mean, I don't know.
It's just the blood and guts. Okay, it is the blood and guts. Every time I watch a zombie movie, I have a zombie apocalypse dream, and I always die. That's when I wake up and when I die. Like, if a zombie apocalypse was to actually happen, I would die. I would just like, well, what the fuck I'm finna do?
What you mean? I'm right here. Like, girl, what you mean you gonna die? You gonna be with me? What you talking about? Like, girl, nah, man, you run faster than me. Oh Lord. But nah, you will survive. I got you. I'm crazy. I got weapons in my house. I ain't gonna say what I have, but I do. I don't play.
That's
but
true.
My father too.
I know you're gonna protect me.
See, look, you be all right. Don't believe your dream.
All right, well, that concludes this episode of Mixed Queens.
Yes, it
does. This was powered by Amtilt Live. Y'all next time.
TikTok. Bye-bye.
Amp me up, never turn me down. This is strictly for the coach. Trill.